There is an old rule out in the woods. The tree always wins. Some fellas just have to learn that one the hard way. Grab yourself a cold one and stick around. Today we got the good, the bad, and a whole lot of ugly.
Holy shit!
Using a garden tractor as an anchor for a 50-foot tree is a special kind of optimism. He got lucky. That piece missed his head clean. One more step forward, and this one does not end with a laugh.
Fucking A, bro!
Now, a couple cuts underneath to open a notch, then one from the top, and that log drops clean.
I'm great.
But that is not what happened here, is it?
What's up?
This right here is a master class in how not to drop a tree. Every rule in the book, broken in about 4 seconds flat.
Oh! Quítese, quítese, quítese!
These fellas are about to find out exactly how heavy 500 pounds of greenwood really is.
Well, now I know that what happened.
Holy shit!
Oh, this way, right?
I wonder if he hit the garage. He's alive.
You can just about hear that suspension begging for mercy under all that weight. Now say goodbye to splitting wood the old way. Anybody who has ever swung a maul is going to love this bobcat attachment. It cuts the log with the chainsaw bar, then shoves it right through the wedge. That is a whole lot less backbreaking work. Here we get to see if a fresh rebuild with a little extra power can hang with the brand new model. Side by side, right there on the log. So what do you think? Is that big bore upgrade worth the money? And that, folks, is a master class in how not to take down a chimney.
There's Charlie. There's the fit. Jake.
Well, that tree just went ahead and redesigned the whole backyard. Free of charge.
That's the electricity running up the
Quite the light show. Real pretty. Also, not something you ever want to see in your own yard.
doing video, yes sir.
That's why we don't get near it.
May I assume the power's out?
Still got one leg up there. Yeah, but it's probably kicked the breaker now down there.
Mucho tío.
Now popping a wheelie in a fully loaded log truck. That is one heck of a way to kick off the delivery season. He probably saved himself a few bucks doing it on his own. He also walked away with a few fresh bruises. That tree landed right between the two of them. They just happened to be standing in the one safe spot on the whole lot.
Mandei ela arrochar que ela nem mexeu não.
Sometimes you take the gamble, and it just does not pay off. You gotta love it. This fella just would not quit. It was not pretty, but he got it done his own way. That old oak stood for 200 years, just to meet two boys with chainsaws. It is a clean drop, I will give them that. But that close call with the cable at the end, that is the part that stays with you.
Ahí pasa.
You hear that? That is pure torque right there. This Mac B series is decades old, and it is still hauling timber like it is nothing at all. The Senebogen 735E is the backbone of this Austrian sawmill. That pick and carry design lets it move fast and stack tight. Turns the whole yard into a well-oiled machine. Here is the BR600 biomass harvester, mounted up on a Galatrax 400 carrier. Slick way to bring in willow or hemp. It cuts and chips the whole crop in a single pass, ready for clean energy.
Honey. Take on. Stephen, help him. Whoa.
He cut the holding wood clean off.
Okay,
Once that is gone, that rope is not doing a thing for you.
He's doing it. You almost there.
Going up is supposed to be the hard part. Coming down.
You
Well,
alright?
that happened a whole lot faster than
alright?
planned.
She's big. She opened up a little bit. Kind of. Only thing we got to worry about here is those plum trees over there.
The Kuzbe cut. That is a bold choice. Faster, sure. But watching those fibers pop like firecrackers is enough to make anybody sweat.
This could take forever.
I said, it's snapped off now. Keep winching and bring it over, put it back in a safe position. He's got to winch him over, put him back in the hole. God, it's got to be 15 feet high. See it coming over? Drop it back in the hole.
Look at that ground. Like the storm never even happened.
Well done.
Mother Nature just hit the undo button.
It's my neighbor Nick over here with a high lift, mounted to a board, and with a chain. So Nick, you want to do the honors?
Using a jack on a stump is a clever trick, but it works best on the smaller ones, under 10 inches or so. This fellow was smart to wait for spring. Wet soil gives a lot less fight, so the jack is not wrestling the ground the whole time.
So Nick, what'd that take? About a minute?
Less.
All right.
Awesome.
The Narva S23C is a lightweight harvester head that bolts right onto an excavator, and it has got Bluetooth measuring built in. Felling, delimbing, bucking. Handles it all with ease. And get this, it runs on just 10.5 gallons a minute of oil flow. Give it 16 to 18, and it really moves. That JP23 boom adds a good bit of reach too. I have seen 60 cubic meters hauled down roads just like this one. Watching that suspension strain under the load, it'll make you hold your breath every time. A tractor like this Valtra puts out serious power, and power like that will turn on you in a heartbeat if you get careless.
Here we are in London. Andy's up there and kind of cheated there.
Now these boys call themselves the Tree Dicks. And today, well, they sure lived up to the name. At least they are honest about the mess. These splitters push tons of pressure, and when the grain is all knotted up like that, the wood acts like a loaded spring. That one missed his face by an inch. Real close. Call. Running a single line on a stump this big. That takes some nerve. Between the weight and the mud pulling back, that crane is really earning its keep. Those old Grove cranes, though, they are built to last.
That thing still fell over.
And who says a tree cannot fight back? You gotta love that powered trailer setup. Without those extra wheels driving from the back, this whole rig would have been buried in that swamp a while ago.
Alright, I was like, well, he stopped pulling. He should have kept it pulling. They leave it us men. Crap.
They had the right tools. All right. Just maybe not the best game plan for a job this tall. That conveyor on the Super Pilka just keeps a steady rhythm going. That is a whole lot of firewood in a hurry, long as somebody keeps feeding those little branches in. Ever watch a stump grinder chew through wood this size? It is a mean way to recycle old timber right where it sits. He survived, with a broken femur. The money he saved on a professional went straight to the hospital instead. Vertigo hits just from the footage. Up there, a mistake doesn't ask twice, and he felt how close that was. Crusty ponderosa snags are a gamble with the deck stacked. One vibration and those bark plates come down like guillotines. The hydraulic jack does the persuading from inside the cut. Quiet, slow, and exactly on schedule. They call the TT4 a tank. This swamp is the exam. Oh, passed. Incident report. The road quit first. Shoulder collapsed under the rear right tire. The truck just went where the road stopped being one. If that front axle could talk, it would be dictating a resignation letter. Nose up, load back, snow under everything. The Magnum LT carriage, 10,000 pounds of machine, handling logs up to 40 inches wide. Lewis controls Setworks position every log automatically. The saw never guesses. They call it the 48C. Logs go in raw, firewood comes out finished, cutting and splitting fully automatic. All that force run from a joystick, total command, safe distance. A perfect example of exactly how not to do it. Score check. Stumps 1, tow ropes 0. Gravity just claimed a $500 prize. River crossing, a full load, and a paycheck waiting on the far bank.
Đừng có phanh, đừng có phanh, đừng có phanh Hiến ơi, đừng phanh. Đừng phanh. Đường trơn bóng nha anh em ơi. Một xe hơi hồi hộp mọi người ạ. Phải nói là nó không bám đấy.
The front left tire is barely holding the line. One hand's width between the truck and the drop. Between the roof and the log, there was room for exactly nothing. He fit anyway, a miracle with witnesses. The LKT-81 makes this look manageable. It is not somebody runs it every day on faith and coffee. The cable is hooked way too low. All pull, no leverage. Even a Kiravet's K700A can't argue with geometry. Stump's too. Spikes, no. Ropes, no. Shaky ladder? Unfortunately, yes. Real arborists climb the tree, not the furniture. Storm salvage in the Austrian Alps. The Syncrofalke cable system hauls wind-felled trees straight off the mountainside. Every log is loaded with tension. Anyone can shift or snap back without notice. This is rescue work for timber. Ladysmith Harbor, doing what it has done for generations. If you grew up watching these barges tip from the shore, this close-up is a postcard from childhood.
Пилы компании «ГАЗ», толщина 1,6. Будем пытаться. Подожди.
An 18-inch log against a blade 1/16 of an inch thin. Cut this fast, warping is the gamble, and that surface says the blades are holding their end. Timber this size, moving like it weighs nothing. The line doesn't pause. That is going to wrap it up. Thanks for spending some time with Machine Universe. Just remember, these pros make it look easy. But out in the woods, nothing is ever quite as predictable as it looks.